Hello, Seattle.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, world.
Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland.
Well, hello.
Wholly independent and completely untethered since 2009, this is the Marty Reamer Show podcast.
Reamer.
From the epicenter, Seattle, USA.
West Side.
From their west side basement, lodged between the mold and the bad memories.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Here are your hosts, Marty Reamer and somebody else.
That does not do him justice, people. He's not just somebody else. He's one of our favorite co-hosts, ladies and gentlemen, formerly from an unnamed radio station, but truly a radio professional, and you'll notice that from the way he wears his hoodie, his headphones over top of his hoodie. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Rossetti is here. Also, somewhat
That's my face.
somewhat resembling the Grim Reaper.
My heat's going out the top of my pate.
If you had a sickle, it would be fitting.
It would be a popsicle.
For your look. Welcome back, Dick.
Thank you very much. Did you miss me?
I did indeed. Dick is, he's in a band called Twink. Played last night, but now
Sunset.
you're. What you got going tonight?
We're traveling Tri-Cities town, Kennewick, Washington.
Awesome.
Yeah. The Rock Reactor.
Playing. I wonder if that's if they regret the naming of that place. What with the problems they're having over in Japan.
I don't think they don't give much thought. Yeah. I mean, it's the high school is the Bombers.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's their milieu.
I would think, man, you are much more nimble than I am. If I had something going in the Tri-Cities tonight, I would have left 3 days ago.
Well, I'll leave 3 days early when I get there.
Okay. Whatever that means. This is Mother's Day weekend, so happy Mother's Day. Yaz has already asked me, because Yaz is very sensitive. He's very atypical for a Japanese male. He's very, in tune with the
Japanese women?
With women in general. No, he hates Japanese women. It's only white women for him. But he was already asking me, so what do you have planned for Mother's Day? And I said, I'm spending the entire day reminding my wife that she's not my mother. That's
wow.
That is how. No, I don't ordinarily do this, but I have some advice for you if you're frantically scrambling for a last-minute Mother's Day gift. It's the best gift you can give on Mother's Day. Hold on here. It's right here. It's this right here. Can I just...
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Wait. Can you get it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you see it? No, don't. Yes, what are you doing? I'm trying to fly it to you.
There it is. It's a nice toy.
It is a remote control helicopter, and if I know one thing about the women, they love remote control toys.
They do.
If you want to get the woman in your life something very special, a remote control helicopter is the way to go.
I think so.
That's my advice to you.
Remote control something.
I don't let anyone step on that now that I've landed it on the ground.
Did you see who showed up?
Oh, look, Richard Peterson's here. Hold on, here's Richard Peterson.
Let's bring him on in.
Oh, there he is. We have such a full house today. It's crazy. If we weren't on the ground floor, I would think the whole structure would collapse. Yes, we have Richard Peterson, famed trumpet and piano player, who showed up moments before we went on. We also have guests here, radio listeners of mine who brought the family over, and they have family in Germany who tuned into the podcast today. So hello to Germany.
And they brought delicious treats
from Bakery Nouveau.
So naughty. And
we have a band here, a fantastic Americana alt-country outfit called the Washover Fans that'll be playing for us, plus a bona fide kook, and I say that in the nicest way possible. John Popper will be joining us later on in the show. John Popper will be phoning in at 9:50, and
right.
We can't put John Popper on hold. So,
well, God knows he still commands that kind of respect.
That he goes straight on air when he. Yeah. When John Popper calls, we take his call. So that's what's happening on the program today. I have big news to report regarding the Marty Reamer Funny Festival. It's back. I know I said a while ago that tickets were going on sale this weekend. That was a false alarm. But the Funny Festival is back. June 17th, Paramount Theater. All the details will be revealed on the radio on Monday. But I can tell you that tickets go on sale next Thursday. What date is that? The 12th? That it would be the 12th of May?
Sure.
Pre-sale tickets go on sale the 12th of May, then they go on sale to the general public on the 14th of May. But you're only interested in the pre-sale because you as a podcast listener will get in on the pre-sale. Awesome comic lineup for the Funny Festival.
Who is it? Who would be on board?
Well, that's what I'm supposed to reveal on Monday.
Well, wouldn't this be like a podcast extra?
Okay, then. Tom Papa. Do you know Tom Papa? Tom Papa is Jerry Seinfeld's best friend, like one of the best stand-up comics.
The guy who hosted the TV show. He's got a great voice, too. That guy has a really good voice.
Yes, he does have a nice voice. In fact, they're using him on an animated series as a voice
really good
actor.
Voice.
He was the host of The Marriage Ref. He's Jerry Seinfeld's best buddy and, in fact, opened for Jerry Seinfeld for the past 8 years and has that kind of style. Brilliant stand-up comic. Gary Goulman's on the bill as well. He's the 6'7" good-looking,
funny guy,
funny Jew. And then there's Dan Natterman and Owen Benjamin are all on the bill. But nobody's supposed to know about
nobody
that.
Knows. And where's it at?
Paramount Theater.
Okay, wow.
So a nice, attractive digs. June 17th, that's Father's Day weekend. Don't get your dad a remote control helicopter. Guys hate that stuff.
Yeah.
They like tickets to comedy festivals. It's the women that like the remote control.
Well, maybe me and my old lady could get on the list or something for that and work that out.
Yeah. Well, that's the very least I could do for you.
It is. Actually, it is.
All right. Here are a couple of headlines that I picked up on today before we introduce our guests officially. Headline number one is that the Guinness Book of World Records has apparently run out of things to care about. They have just reported that Smokey the cat has achieved the loudest purr by a domestic cat. The loudest purr. Guinness said on Thursday the gray and white tabby named Smokey earned her place with a record-setting 67.7 decibels. Just to give that some perspective, a lawnmower is 90 decibels. So the cat purrs at slightly less than...
Do we have a picture of Smokey?
We actually have more than a picture. We actually have sound of Smokey purring. Cover your ears, people. This is a world record-setting purr here. Hold on. We're not making this up.
Kitty.
Kitty is happy.
Kitty.
Smokey first rose to prominence in February when her owner, Ruth Adams, ran a local competition for the most powerful purr. Community College recorded the purr and submitted it to Guinness, proving once again that community college students don't have enough to do.
What town is this cat in? Does it say?
It says Dateline London, but I think that's because that's where Guinness is based.
Well, they've never heard Little Meredith pie.
Are you suggesting
Chief
Meredith
Spotty Tummy
is more than this?
Oh, yeah.
That bird has eaten a dove, and the dove wants to get out. That is what we're dealing with there. All right, story number two. You know, we're all crazy about the Navy SEALs now since they dove
went in there and
into
killed that son of a bitch.
Abbottabad. But equally as interesting as the two-legged invaders are the four-legged Navy SEAls. Of the 80-member team that was lowered themselves into his compound, one had four legs. It was a Belgian Malinois. Could have also been a German Shepherd. They're not 100% sure. But they literally had a dog that is trained for this sort of operation. The heroic pooch was strapped to a Navy SEAL as they were lowered from a hovering helicopter. While the dog is known for its bomb-sniffing prowess, it has other capabilities that make it a wonderful dog of war. According to the dog may have been trained to sniff out enemy troops from up to 2 miles away. It's mildly racist to assume that the enemy smells different than we do. I'm just saying. That's not totally politically correct to say, oh yeah, that dog can smell those people from 2 miles away.
Racist dog.
But the coolest thing about the dog, Many seal dogs come equipped with titanium fangs that are capable of ripping through enemy protective armor at a cost of $2,000 a tooth. $2,000 a tooth. They've equipped these. My wedding ring is made out of titanium, and I'll tell you what, it's ripped through something. My soul.
Yes. You'll never get that back. You'll never get that individuality back.
Happy Mother's Day, honey. You're not my mother. And then finally, American Express pulls the plug on marijuana purchases. If you're in the habit of using your American Express card to purchase marijuana from your local dispensary, this is the legal stuff, the stuff, medical marijuana. You might want to break out the Visa or remember to bring some cash. That's because, according to medical marijuana activists, American Express is no longer going to permit cannabis clubs to process marijuana transactions using the card. That is, I think, what they say in the industry is a buzzkill.
Yeah, they should hook something up with Diners Club. If that even still exists. Do they even have those cards anymore?
Diners Club still
exists? Diners Club?
Well,
huh?
God, that was like a 1978 flashback there. Ooh, Diners Club.
He must be doing well.
I don't know if that's even if that should even be allowed, that American Express make those kind of calls. If it's legal,
if you're paying your bill, who cares, right? I mean,
all right. Those are some of the stories that we came across. And
can we hear the kitty again?
Let's hear the kitty. Nice kitty. Nice kitty.
Kitty. What's his name? Rocky or
Smokey?
Smokey.
That is lovely, Smokey. Now let's welcome our guests, who hopefully won't be interrupted when John Popper calls in. John Popper is a special guest at the Synergia Northwest show tonight at the Moore Theater, which I'm emceeing.
Why couldn't he have come in like people do? Why is he better in phones in?
Yeah, I don't know.
We
can ask him that.
Let's ask him that. I would like to know why he's better.
First question. He's been on tour. He's probably exhausted.
Everybody's on tour.
Cranky.
You know that. I played the Sunset last night.
Whenever that guy hits the road,
yeah,
there's trouble. Because he travels with an arsenal. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Seattle, Washington, to the basement here in West Seattle, they are a wonderful Americana alt-country outfit with a musical background that's, well, they can tell us, but I'm going to predict that it's founded in jazz and rock bands and the Catholic Church. I'm just going to...
The Holy Trinity.
Something. Exactly.
The Holy Trinity.
I don't know where
rock.
I don't know if rock is over here and jazz is up here.
Yeah. Mind stuff.
All right, I'll let it go.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Washover fans are here. This is... First, I have to point out, you guys get more applause than just about any band we ever have on the show because we have so many people just hanging out here in the basement today.
We called them in advance.
Yeah. So that was thunderous by podcast standards, I'll have you know. How did I do with my description of your background? Did I get the Trinity right?
I think you covered it.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Jazz.
We've all come from various backgrounds and different places too. I'm Colin.
That's Colin there.
I grew up here in Seattle, but the other three folks in the band did not. They came from east, out east and out south.
I suspected that. A dog would have sniffed them out from 2 miles away as being...
They smell differently.
from outside the area. Okay. Founded in jazz. I don't know if anybody knows how I feel about jazz. Have I made that ever clear on this show?
I've never heard it, actually. Tell me. You don't like it?
It's an insipid art form.
I guess I have to field that one.
Yeah, Seth's going to have to take that one.
Is it Seth? Is Seth the guilty party? As long as you guys don't go off on some tangential noodle.
Well, our first song is 12 minutes long.
Unless you're into it, and then it goes 16, sometimes 20 minutes, whatever. The song kind of feels itself. All right, we have Colin, the lovely Jillian, who's a little under the weather today.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, we're sorry for you. And Seth right there. Seth is a jazz musician. Look at him.
but he can still stay.
Barely. And then David. David's our percussionist.
And he's got a guitar on.
That's my head.
Yeah, there he is.
He's playing guitar.
Yeah, he's playing guitar.
So let me see. What time do we have here? Oh yeah, let's do a song, and because I don't want John Popper to interrupt the flow here.
All right.
the group.
How are we going to deal with this if he doesn't call? Have you thought that far ahead?
I have not really considered that.
All right. I'm just checking.
I'm just saying the washover fans are going to get an inordinate amount of attention if that happens. We're going to start with day one. So, after you were born.
Yeah. Who strings your guitars? Who cuts your hair?
All right, what are you going to play for us first here?
This first song is a song called Yours.
Yours.
Yeah, it's a song that I wrote. We all, David, Jillian, and I all write songs and we bring them to the group and work out the instrumentation together. So this is one of the ones I wrote, and it's also one of the ones on our new record.
All right, let's show a copy of the, if we could get Yaz out of the chat room for a moment. He's meeting ladies, fine ladies there. That's the washover fans. Wonderful looking. I haven't had a chance to listen to the CD because it's brand new.
Yeah.
Our good friend Benjamin Schoen did the cover art.
All right.
He does our posters.
Yeah, he did a killer job.
Yeah, very nice. All right, the washover fans are performing here a song called Yours, which is the first track on the CD.
All right. Well, I spent all winter thinking about that last letter you wrote, and all those hazy memories that I sank with your boat. But you come and go like the tides in my head, and all that sugar leaves me feeling sour instead. Well, it's been 2 years and a weekend, and baby, I still know why we stayed up all night begging tears from one another's eyes. These kind of seas leave a young man feeling old, and these old sails, they come around too slow. Don't say goodbye anymore. I ain't trying to see your taillights like so many times before, 'cause I'll scout my own shores, 'cause I'm gonna get mine and you're gonna get yours. So please, darling, please, won't you send me a line? Won't you drop all your defenses and let me sing one more time? Let me sing one damn song I should have years ago. These old sails, they come around too slow. Don't say goodbye anymore. I ain't trying to see your taillights like so many times before, 'cause I'll scout my own shores, 'cause I'm gonna get mine and you're gonna get yours. I'm gonna get mine and you're gonna get yours.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow.
Thanks, you guys.
That is the washover fans. Again, I have more people showed up because it just sounds louder and louder every time the people applaud.
Sounded good. I mean, the mix, you did good with the mix.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can give them some credit, too.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, don't take it all away from the band.
Did you see Richard eating his breakfast over there while they were playing?
Richard looks grumpy.
Yeah, look.
Richard, that is the best pastry you'll have this month. And you just look
at him.
Look at it.
Yeah, scoot forward. Yeah.
I didn't think the song was that bad.
It should have been me. Should have been me. All right. That is a gorgeous song, although I'm horrible at interpreting lyrics, but I get a sense I'm going to get mine and you're going to get yours. Sounds almost a little...
who is she?
Like
Come on, who is she?
It's been many years. We don't really talk anymore.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
But
why should you?
After I wrote the song, we stopped.
Boy, yeah.
She stopped calling me back.
Little vindictive. By the way, the CD release party for the CD that I just showed you here, the Washover Fans debut release, is at the Sunset Tavern on May 26th. That's right. There's a little bit of Dick's sweat still there from last night.
We were there last night.
Sweat will mingle.
Enjoy the pizza before you get there. You know, have you guys played there before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played there last fall. Is that right, guys?
Winter.
Winter.
Yeah. All right, and then they're playing the Mandolin Cafe in Tacoma on May 20th. I wasn't looking. Was there a mandolin in that one? That was. Oh yeah, Seth was playing the mandolin.
He's right here playing it. That's the guy.
Okay,
it's not a bouzouki; it's a mandolin.
That's a gorgeous sound. Although really, 2011 is the year of the ukulele. I would think. Hold on! Oh, crap! You guys doubted that we had connections on this show.
On time.
Hello there.
Hey, Marty Reamer.
Yes, John Popper, ladies and gentlemen. John Popper.
Did I just dial straight into the air?
Straight to the air. This is a low-budget operation. We have no screening process.
Badass. Oh, wow. What if I was a total obscene caller?
You are a total obscene caller.
Good point. I like it.
Nice to talk to you again, John. Welcome home. You've been touring, haven't you?
Oh yeah, just been out since February, since I talked to you last.
Yeah, and then tonight you're doing the Synergia Northwest show, merging classical with rock and roll and a touch of crazy, and that's what you bring to the party.
Yes, sir. More than a touch, kind of a fondle of crazy.
A tickle.
How did the road treat you?
Oh, it was great. You know, I've been getting just reamed by. You'll excuse the pun. I've been getting reamed by allergies.
Me too. Oh my God, John, let's sound like a couple old men here and talk about our ailments.
Tell me about it. Like, you get up into the Rockies, and then there's that, and then you get down into Texas, and oh my God, the cedar is evil. And the other thing is, I'm not even partying that much, because normally it would be some sort of illicit drug use that would, and it's like, okay, you smoke too much or something.
Yeah, no.
And then it's like, okay, you get what you pay for. But I went for a walk in South Carolina in the evening air. And it was 68 degrees, and I didn't have a jacket.
Sounds nice.
And next thing you know, I'm hacking up lung cheese for the next week and a half.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm experiencing the same thing, and I thought it was the weird spring we've had here in Seattle that was causing the...
There's a mutant strain of something out there, and it's regional.
Yeah.
Each state has their own version of it. Instead of a state bird, they should have a state virus.
Yeah. So when did you get back? Just this week, right?
I got back. I got back Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. And what's the first thing you do when you settle back into the camp?
Sleep for about 5 days. So good morning.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back to the living.
Exactly.
And wait, now you were touring. Was it the Dusk Gray Troubadours that you were touring with?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one more week of that, and then we're going to start getting ready for Blues Traveler next year. And that's the 25th anniversary, and we're working on a new record. I'm about to go meet our producer, and then we will be touring like madmen all over the place. I think we're playing Snoqualmie pretty soon.
Oh, as
Blues Traveler.
As Blues Traveler. Excellent.
Yep.
Yes. Outdoors or inside?
Probably inside. I think I wish I knew that date, but I don't know.
All right.
They never tell me.
We'll figure it out. What about, are you a gambler? Does that entice you at all when you're playing
I actually gamble right until I break even. If I'm up, something in me just makes me go right up until I'm back to normal.
I'm the same way. Like, I swear to God, John, you and I are the same person.
It's eerie that, like, we shouldn't gamble because it just doesn't seem like real money until you're out of the casino.
That's so true.
But, I've got more. Mm-hmm. And then, they've always got those bank machines so that it feels like you're winning something.
Yeah. And the first...
I type in my code and I win.
That is true. That's the only machine you win on. And then, they immediately take the cash away from you and give you chips so that it feels like you're not...
Yeah, it's not real currency. Yeah. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, it's a child's game.
Yep. So, and, I don't know how to just put 1,000 on black. I can't. I just don't got the nerve. Blackjack's my game.
The last time you were on the show, we talked a little bit about the encounter you had with the police way back when, and it was just a hilarious story. God, I love it. It's like one of the best rock stories of all time. You could write a whole book about that.
Yeah, maybe I should. I should start doing that.
Like Keith Richards. Speaking of which, I was reading Keith Richards' book, and he said that it was Mick Jagger's harmonica play that drew them together, and he still thinks that Jagger is one of the best harmonica players one of the best harp players in the world. How do
He's
you
good.
How would you guys size up, you and Jagger?
I would size him up as he's good for a singer.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's damn good.
Is that what is that?
That's the best I can do.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying.
The best you can do, what, in being nice to Jagger?
About his harp playing, yeah. He's good.
So you're saying he's not really good?
No, I'm saying I'm better, but he's good.
Okay, very good.
Look, that's my thing. You know, I specialize in that. You know, it's like I'd say he's as a front man, he's way superior to me.
Uh-huh.
I remember seeing him when he was 53 and I was in my 20s, and I mean, he has more energy than I'll ever have now.
That's true. But
and then you get into his songwriting, and oh my God, he's written so many better songs than I've written. And you talk about his singing, and I mean, I'm a good singer, but he's fantastic.
So
and then, his harp playing is really good.
Uh-huh. What advice would you give him? Like, what would make him?
Oh, I don't think he should change his harp. I think he's him. See, I mean, he's gotten there. He sounds like him.
Yeah.
So, that's the best he can do. I mean, I don't think he's trying to be the best around or anything. You know, I don't think he's a technique guy. But, I'd say I remember asking him if I could, if he needs help sitting in on Miss You when we toured with him, I'd love to do it because, I'm a big Sugar Blue freak, and that's the guy who did Miss You on their albums. And he was kind of like, oh, great, thanks. And, he seemed almost slighted by it. And then I was reading a Rolling Stone article later where Keith Richards was teasing him, like, maybe we get the Blues Traveler guy to play harp for you. And Mick was like, can we swear on this?
Yeah.
Mick was like, fuck off.
Oh.
And the interviewer's like, yeah, he's good. And Mick's like, yeah, too good.
Oh.
And, no, for me, that was like a badge of honor.
Yeah,
that's a badge of honor.
That's a huge compliment, right?
Yeah, that's Mick going, how dare you? That guy's too good.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I actually got that somewhere, that article. I'm framing it when I find it.
You absolutely should.
I mean, that is high praise from someone who would know. And, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm really good. So my friends do an impression of me listening to Neil Young play harmonica. Because Neil Young is one of the best songwriters of all time.
Uh-huh.
And he plays a harmonica very basically.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't go that route. I sort of tried to rip off sax players and, guitar players. I wanted to go for some precision. But, there's something to be said for that basic sound. I can't do it.
Yeah. Is there
it's a slippery slope to sounding like Alanis Morissette.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, you said ouch. Now, why did you say ouch?
She didn't deserve that now, did she?
All right, you want the impression? I think I have to sort of do the whole litany of, let's call it casual harp play.
All right.
Bob Dylan got on, taught a whole generation. Again, a poet. The best songwriter ever, but he sort of goes... and, that's basic. You kind of get that when you get the thing out of the box.
Wow.
And then Neil Young sort of goes... and, that's a little more thoughtful.
Uh-huh.
And then you got Alanis Morissette, and what she does is she puts her whole mouth, the harmonica in their entire mouth.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And literally, she's just breathing in and out. And I'm sorry, I didn't tell these people to play these things in front of people.
Oh my God, you're awesome.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I love Bob Dylan. His songwriting changed music forever.
Uh-huh.
And I love Neil Young songs. I mean, they pertain to my life. But if you want to talk about the harmonica playing, I just got too anal at one point in my life. Like, just as a technician, you hear what they're doing.
Yeah. Gosh,
and now what Mick Jagger's doing is he's really trying to play like a blues harp. Like, he listened to, Sonny Boy Williamson, and there's a whole generation of blues guys that really tried to be like horn players on the harmonica. And, I think their only limitation was that they didn't have anyone to learn from, and then it kind of died out in the 50s, sort of the tradition of that. And so Mick tried to carry it on as best he could, and I think that, he did good. I mean, Paul Butterfield now, you want to talk a 60s harp player, that's a harmonica player.
All right, so I wanted to hear a name of someone that you really look to. And
Paul freaking Butterfield.
Paul Butterfield.
Listen to him and then listen to Mick Jagger, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
All right. So now, in contrast, you just played the Neil Young, the Dylan, the Alanis. Now let's hear a little John Popper and see if we can see what sets it apart.
Very athletic.
Yeah.
Very athletic.
Wow, it's true. You hear like every note. You can
Well,
see.
and there's a lot of players that do that. I think the best around now isn't me. I think it's Howard Levy.
Who's he?
He played with Bela Fleck in the Flecktone.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And now that guy can play chromatic scales on a blues harp. I mean, you can get really like mad scientist about it.
Oh,
and I mean, there's guys that play them with symphony orchestras all the time, and that's the thing. How it really depends on your taste. I have a friend, actually Bob Sheehan, my old bass player. He's like, I don't care how technically proficient you are. Neil Young speaks to me, and I had to really pay attention to that. So sometimes the basic sound is better.
Yeah, fascinating. A little now I think
you didn't think you were going to get a harmonica clinic today.
No, I think you should go from writing a book like Richards and then becoming Professor Popper. Besides that, Professor Popper sounds cool.
Prof Pop.
Prof
Sounds
Pop.
like a really delicious popping corn.
All right, how's the Canon doing? We were talking about you before we signed on that you have the Canon out and back and you shoot cans of dog food.
It occurs to me that I just did another radio thing for the thing tonight, and it occurs to me everyone's curious about the Canon.
The Canon. And
it dawns on me that you guys all live near me, which is why you're worrying about the Canon.
It shoots cans of dog food 1,000 yards. Now, just wrap your head around that. That's 10 football fields.
Yeah, but when I moved here, I only got 6 acres, so I have not fired it.
Oh, seriously? It's not been fired once in Washington State?
No, I just haven't had the time or the distance.
Where does the day go?
I know. I got to go find some dog food. I got to go figure out where I'm aiming it. Where am I going to aim that?
What if
I guess I got a hill I could aim it at, but it won't go 1,000 yards, and then I got to clean up the dog food.
Have you ever considered just shooting it straight into the air?
Well, what goes up must come down.
And I think Newton...
Honey, do you hear that?
And Newton would have you know that it'll hit at the same speed that it left the muzzle at.
That's a lethal can of dog food right there.
Yeah, so
what a way to go, some guy going to work. And
it would be some
Alpo just takes him right out.
Like if I saw that headline on the internet that John Popper, a can of hurtling dog food landed on John Popper's head, may he rest in peace, I'd say, oh, that somehow makes sense.
Just imagine being the horse that was turned into the Alpo that landed on the head that took somebody out. What a karmic journey you went on. Oh, to be canned and placed into a giant cannon and fired straight up in the air.
And then take
out John Popper.
All right, John. Always a treat having you on the program. Thanks for taking the time. We look forward to seeing you
coming to the show tonight?
Well, I'm not only coming, I'm emceeing. So
it's going to rock. So you know all about it. I think it's a really great idea.
Yeah, it is a cool idea, and I'm glad you're a part of it. Synergy Northwest tonight at the Moore Theater. Tickets still available, so by all means. And what is your role exactly? Have they told you?
I'm going to be doing this part of a Beatles medley, I think.
Oh, cool. With the backing of a symphony orchestra.
With the backing of a symphony orchestra that I have not met or rehearsed with yet, so I'm going to go do that today.
Excellent. Well, I'll see you there. Thanks so much.
What could possibly go wrong?
Excellent. Look forward to it, John. Thanks very much.
Thanks, you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. John Popper, ladies and gentlemen. That guy, he is entertainment extraordinaire.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. John Popper, along with Queensryche and Steve Fossen from Heart, and who else? Who am I missing?
Alan White.
Alan White, of course. We had him in yesterday. All taking place in Synergia Northwest. Synergia Northwest, Northwest spelled out, if you want to check it out online, synergianorthwest.com. And meanwhile, our very patient guests have been waiting here for us to return. But man, the timing on the show has worked out impeccably.
It's just locking in.
Except when the camera zoomed in on Richard Peterson as he was eating his double baked croissant, and he was just like, "Bah, I hate this. I hate the double baked croissants."
I didn't say that.
No, I know you didn't say it, Richard. Now his smile has returned to his face. That was the best croissant ever, wasn't it, Richard?
Yes.
Yes,
He
it
looks
was.
very.
What symphony orchestra is the guest of the day?
It's a makeshift symphony orchestra, like people that they're pulling together just for this show.
It's actually not real. Maybe a recording.
No, it's going to be a real symphony orchestra. I'm sorry, people. He's not on a microphone, so it sounds like I'm just speaking to a fictional character in my head.
You are.
Kind of, and I am.
And how many trumpets in the orchestra?
I do not know. I can report back on that on Monday as to how many trumpets in the orchestra.
Yes.
All right. You guys are very patient. You will win a Grammy for patience. I don't know if they have a category for patience, but it will go to the washover fans.
We'd be happy just for the Grammy.
Did you guys really win a Grammy for patience? And you said, "Oh my God, yeah, you have no idea."
Most patient record of the year.
They are releasing the CD's out officially, but the CD release party's at the Sunset Tavern in Ballard on May 26th. And washover fan, isn't that like I hate to get into the name of a band, but that is like a formation, a sand formation.
Jillian's ready for this one.
Really? Ready? Go, Jillian, go.
Well, a washover fan is when it's on a barrier island or a spit. It's a coastal geology term, and the sediment washes over onto the inland side, and it makes a fan shape.
Ah.
If there are a bunch of them, it's a washover apron, but that's not as good of a band name.
Yeah, so
Washover fan.
are you a geologist of some sort?
I'm minored in geology.
Ah, and that's where you were the one who threw out the band name.
Yeah, I threw it out, and then
You kind of kicked it around for a while, and
Yeah.
that's the one that stuck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What was Seth's suggestion? The Seth Trio?
what was your suggestion?
Seth Hayden and the Seths.
All right. Well, let's get some more music out of you guys here. What are you going to play next?
This song's called A Ways. Dave's going to take lead vocals on this one. This is a song that he wrote.
I haven't even met Dave yet because he showed up like seconds before he went on. So.
He's being punished.
And he's playing to my back here. This is the second song off the Washover Fan CD here, which is, if you judge based on packaging, it's gorgeous right there.
What were you guys just talking about? What was that about?
We wondered if we could hear David's.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, yeah. We could hear it.
We can.
It was band speak.
Yeah, Yaz already has him reverbed up.
Yes, he does.
Ready for action here.
He loves that reverb.
He does, man.
He does.
He kicks that thing in.
Uh-huh.
Where were we? What was Brandy Carlisle was here, and she was like telling a story. And in the midst of the story, she was talking about a vocal line. She was just talking about a vocal, and he pots up the reverb on her as she describes the vocal. And she was like, "What was that?" And I was like,
He's a Phil Spector of podcasting.
He is. He'll kill all of you, by the way.
He's not armed, is he?
No, but after tonight, he meets with John Popper. He'll get an arsenal. Okay, let's hear from the Washover fan. Oh, God, I'm potting myself down. Let's hear from the Washover fans here.
I do all the things that I did. My skin is still the same skin, but I am not the same kid, and I believe it sometimes when I'm faced with a choice. I should do what I am supposed to. It doesn't matter if nobody knows it. Oh, I believe it sometimes. I've got a ways. I've got a ways to. I've got a ways to go. I've got a ways. I've got a ways to. I've got a ways to go. Someday someone will sit with me now. I will tell them all the wrongs that I've done you. And on that day I will finally be free. Oh, I believe it sometimes. Oh, but I've got a ways. I've got a ways to. I've got a ways to go. I've got a ways. I've got a ways to. I've got a ways to go. I do all the things that I did. My skin is still the same skin. But I am not the same kid. And I believe it sometimes.
Oh, that's beautiful. Man, oh man. Yeah, that is gorgeous. I have no idea who that guy is that was singing. But it is, he's got a spectacular voice. I'd keep him around. If only he could show up on time. I kid. I really
it's a talent.
Colin, Jillian, that's David on vocals, and Seth even got a little mandolin solo in there to soothe his jazz innards. That's the Washover Fans. You guys have it going on. I'm telling you what.
Thank you.
And it's the right timing for this sound. I mean, I never know. Does a band kind of tailor its sound to what's going on in pop culture, or is it just that you are what you are, and hey, lo and behold, the timing happens to be right?
I think we are what we are.
Yeah.
What brought us together from our different backgrounds is a love of roots.
Yeah.
Roots music.
Well, no, I mean, seriously, I mean, imagine these guys playing in 1994 Seattle. They would have gotten beaten up.
Yes, they
and now, like with the Head and the Heart and the
Fleet
Foxes and whatnot.
It's very in vogue to be Americana.
Yeah.
And that Americana has grown to encompass a lot.
Well, that makes me happy because I'm thrilled with that sound myself. So,
would you ever go back to rock?
Oh, yeah, we've talked about
we've toyed with it.
Chris Gaines style rock side project.
Yeah, very good.
But that maybe the next record.
All right, really a pleasure having you guys on.
Thank you so much for having us
I wish you
on the
nothing
show.
but success. The Washover Fans, again, May 26th at the Sunset Tavern in Ballard. You can help them celebrate the release of their CD. I say it's your debut CD. It is.
Yes.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. There it is, the Washover Fans. John Popper, you can see him this evening as part of Synergia Northwest, along with me.
Shooting cans of dog food at the audience.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome. Could you imagine that?
He is seriously the best interview you can possibly do. You just have to give him a thread. Like, little did I know that by asking him about Keith Richards complimenting Mick Jagger's harp play, that he would go on a tutorial of how Alanis wraps her lips around the instrument. All right.
Right on.
And for those that were watching David sing that song, I apologize when it looked like Richard Peterson was about to.
He'd just come back from the restroom, I believe.
He vomited up the croissant. It was like... Anyhow, very much fun. Thank you also to Dick Rossetti for being here.
Thanks
today.
for having me again. I appreciate it. Oh.
Sorry your head was cold during
It
the
was
entire
very
show.
cold.
Yeah.
It was very cold
I
today.
can totally imagine. And next week, ordinarily, Yaz gives me a little list of what's coming up next week, but he has failed us miserably again. Don't worry, because next week it's all about the comedy. The comedy festival will be unveiled next week. Tickets will go on sale next week, and we're excited about that. So all the details will be coming on Monday, but it's Tom Papa and Gary Gluman.
Plus, tonight, for our Tri-City listeners, you have listeners over there and watchers.
All around the world.
Twink at the Rock Reactor in downtown Kennewick, Washington.
Kennewick, Washington.
Yes.
All right.
I'll be there live on stage.
Wearing a little radioactive detector.
I'm waiting to see, because there's a lot of birthers and after-birthers there, so I'm curious to see how they take
Holy
the
Independence
black
since
baby is cuter than a
2009.
white baby.
This
But
has
anyway.
been the Marty Reamer Show podcast. For more information about topics discussed, visit our website, martyreamer.com. That's Marty, RIEMER.com. Thank you for subscribing to the podcast. Tell your friends. They look nice. Oh, and to subscribe to our podcast, that too. The Marty Reamer Show is a production of Twisted Scholar Incorporated. Remember, in America, a corporation is a person too. I'm your hungover announcer, Blair Schultz. See you next time. Word out.
Bye-bye, Daddy. Bye-bye, Yaz.